Yeah, Druid. I'm actually excited to do Druid. It's we haven't done it since the balance, right? Fresh fresh Druid arena. Okay, let's draft. Maybe I can add a spicy UI to that. All right, let's pause the music so we can put this bad boy up on YouTube. Druid. Okay. What's so the Druid actually has probably the best spells in arena right now, right? If you get UI, their spellstone maybe a little worse than Warlock's, but it levels up so fast because of the one that lets you draw cards and gain armor, the recruit armor, branching paths. So they're surprisingly maybe their spells aren't as good as like Free from Amber and Mind Control, but overall, especially the mid game, you get the huge spells. So that's what we're going for here. Starfall is one of those spells. I like the idea of having a greedy sprite, but let's start with the Starfall. Get the nice spells that I was just talking about. Oh, there's another good load. I think we take the Crypt Lord, right? I like the idea of having a buff. So yesterday we lost to a Druid. Yeah, my last two wins were Lock and Priest. So maybe sometimes you take those classes because they're the best, though, right? Like we don't have to play Druid because we won with Lock and Priest. It's okay to revisit them and go for the win again, right? I like the idea of having the buff. When we lost to Druid 2 nights ago, he had like 3 buffs and just blew us out. But I don't think it's better than either of these. I think the Crypt Lord is just the best one to start building around. Ooh, 3 great choices in a row. I don't think we can pass up on the Bone Mare, though I do want to swipe and a Forager, so maybe we can see those guys again. So this is best in Rogue because the Rogue gets 2 attacks out of 1 hero power. But after that, it's definitely Druid. So let's take this guy and see if we can get him to climb. So I had to pass up on a Swarm. Maybe we take this guy just for the poison potential. But these are both way better regularly. But this is a 2-drop. I don't think 1/5 for 2 mana is that good in Arena right now. There's just like, they nerfed Leper Gnome, and since then, everything that's been valuable has either been 2 mana, so it's like a 2/3 or a 3/2, or the 1 drops just get you the battle cry, right? They all buff, or I don't think that guy's that good. I'd basically be taking him for the poison, so I think I want the charge or the Phoenix. Let's take the Phoenix. I think that probably gives us the best options later. Oh man, that's the poison I like the most. Do I need a poison though, or do I just need to keep going face? I already passed up 1 Power of the Wild, and I really want one. Like, I really, really want one. Oh, Power of the Wild, come back. I need one more. Just one more Power of the Wild. Is that too much to ask for, to be offered 3 Power of the Wilds? I don't think so. We don't have a 5-drop minion yet, so maybe we do this. But I really like the idea of the Mark of the Wild too, just to get things rolling real quick. But so far we don't even have a 2-drop. Could get Thugs going crazy, but let's go with the Tiger. Oof, none of these. Reroll. Probably the Claw. This guy has the Dragon tag, which is only good for neutral classes, like non-classes that roll with dragons, like Priest, because the Scale Worm without the Rush as just a 4/4 is really bad. But if we see the Scale Worm later and we've got two dragons, then then having this tag might be worth it. But I think we take the Claw. Try to get an early trade since we got nothing. There we go. I think we take Naturalize. So in Arena, the Naturalize is extremely powerful. Even though they draw 2 cards, there's very few cards out there that deal with just anything. So we're going to take the Naturalize. I do want a Wrath though. The Bone Drake, we need those Discovers. Right now we don't really have anything that gets us that external value. So we need the Bone Drake. Oof. Another 5-drop? Can we take this guy? If this guy didn't turn into a 4/1, I would take this guy. I would actually like to have this guy on turn 2 as a 1/4 right now. But I can't, because if he's a 4/1, there's like 80% of boards you can't play that against. But we're getting so heavy in here. Like, so heavy. And I'm going to want more mid stuff, right? Like, the Valkyrie is fine, but what I'd much rather have is like a Scalebane. And if I see a Scalebane and I'm looking at this curve, I'm going to be like, man, I'm going to take the Spell Shifter. I'm going to see if we can make it work for us. Not a huge fan of it. We gotta get more going on in here before we can get. Why isn't this guy a beast? Is the taunt one's a beast, right? This is basically an astral tiger instead of an astral bear, and the taunt one's a beast, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Can we get the value out of Mad Hatter? I want the mark. Let's get the buff. That makes our spell shifter better. Ooh, I think we can make the long neck work, right? 1, 2, 2 so far? Oh, 3. Okay. Yeah, we can get that to work. Let's do it. Oh, I had to pass up a swipe already. I don't really care about the Ancient of War. It's a little too undervalued, right? So a 5/10 taunt is pretty much what we played as every time. I've tried in the past to do a 10/5. It just doesn't really work. And then it's got the possibility of, if we get Fendril, right, of being 10/10. But there's so many better taunts for that now. Like the 5-drop, that's 3/12. Even the Rotten Apple. I really want to swipe. Forager is like my favorite 2-drop though, in the whole game. Okay, so we've already got our poison, we've already got our mark, and we've got at least one elemental, so that's an easy choice. Where's our other elementals? None. We only have the Phoenix. So keep your eye out for elementals. Wow, this is bad. I guess we make the Scorpion work. Maybe we get something out of that. Okay, here's a little bit of a better one. What are we looking at for 4-drops? Just the Phoenix? I do like the long neck though. No, let's get this guy. I think that's more solid. Wow, 2 naturalizes? I don't think I can pass that up. Do you know how powerful it is? They do not expect 2 naturalizes. We can really get some value out of that. Okay, so we're moving a lot towards late game here, so maybe Lone Champion. I really like Mind Control Tech. Let's make Mind Control Tech work. I passed it last time. We were punished for it. Let's make Mind Control Tech work this time. Cult Master is the best of those 3. Maybe we can make something happen. A second long neck? How many 5s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 5. The long necks can work together. No, we need a 2-drop that's at least playable on turn 2. Okay. Ooh, that's tricky. So I love having a silence. Wow, it's hard to pass up on a silence. Sea Giant is surprisingly underwhelming in Arena because you can't control the pressure like you can in Standard. I mean, part of the reason he's so good in Standard right now is because in even decks, the ones that play him in even deck get a free minion with it. I don't think we need the Spellstone. I really like it, but we've got to swipe a Claw, 2 naturalizes, and I didn't get any of the armor cards yet that I was talking about at the beginning. Do I have to take the silence, guys? I do, right? Over the Sea Giant? We've got some fat already. Ugh. I have to take the silence, don't I? Yeah, because Sea Giant doesn't deal with Steed. It doesn't deal with it. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, Sea Giant. I miss you already. I really do. Okay, so what's our 1-drop? None? Well, we definitely don't need the Shield Master. Yeah, we do have to take the silence. I'm just sad about it. I'm sad about passing up a Sea Giant. That's why they put them there together, right? They're in the same, what's it called? The same bin? No, it's got the same. I'm thinking garbage bin, but they're in the same pool, the same level of picks. So we definitely don't want the Shield Master. The Cleric is probably better than the Squire, except there are some cases where we get the Squire and then we mark it, or we get the Squire and then we can give it some spell power. more like, more like, see ya, giant. Nice. There you go. Credit goes to Floating Fish on that one. There's the power of the wild back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, legendary. Oh man, look at that. It's been so long since we had one. Okay, so we evolved. Do you remember last time we saw this, the Aviana? It was the last evolve on an unstable evolution, and it gave our opponent the chance to play Deathwing for free. No, it played something else for free. They got Deathwing from like the Bone Drake. That was just crazy. Oh no, here's what happened. Okay. Here's the story, and this is why it's funny. Is because they had used somehow Spiteful Summoner in Arena to get Deathwing, but we were still winning, and then we evolved into this guy and they bounced it, right? Oh man. Do we do Togwaggle? Is that... We can't. We don't have anything to take advantage of this guy, right? It has to be the Vorax? Wow, this is... It feels like I'm playing the Tavern Brawl right now. This week's Tavern Brawl is a bunch of just crazy legendaries, random legendaries thrown at you, and you just do whatever you can to beat the other players' random legendaries. And this is definitely the bottom tier of legendaries. If we know we have this, we can maybe take advantage of it, right? Like if we play this and have our Naturalize to back us up. But we don't have that huge of stuff. Like, we don't have a UI to follow it. I mean, the Vorax at least works with the Mark. That's it, though. This guy's 8 mana for a 5/5. I mean, basically, then we're just hoping that he buffs our Elder Longneck. Oh, it's got to be the Vorax. Oh man, that was not the best choice of legendaries, especially in Druid. We could have. I mean, come on. How about just Lich King just once? Spreading Plague is always good to have, but so is a Druid of the Claw. If we get behind, is Spreading Plague our only way of catching up? I don't know. We've got good enough late game. I think we take the Druid. What do our 5-drops look like? Just the Tiger? Yeah, let's take the Druid. Get a little charge. A little charge going in there. So a heal's nice. A heal is nice. What do our taunts look like? 1, 2. Is that it? We've been offered a lot of taunt. Have I been that passive about it? Shucks. This guy's actually really good too. I know that he's expensive, but when it happens, it's almost always good, especially in Druid here. I mean, he's the best value, but I think we actually need the taunt. I think I passed too many taunts here. It's not like Sunwalker is bad, so I'm not... Whoa, baby. There it is. If you complain about the terrible legendaries, then you just get offered a good legendary. And this guy, I love this guy. If we got him to buff, that's something. But you can't pass up Ysera. If you're given Ysera, you cannot pass up Ysera. Man, am I glad that we took that Sunwalker now. Oh, Spiteful Summoner. What do we have? We have nothing for Spiteful Summoner. We could maybe get a Starfall. Okay, sorry Spiteful Summoner, it's not happening. Do we want 2? Okay, so the game plan is now to get to Ysera. A super late game. What helps better with that? A second Starfall or a second Sunwalker? I think in this deck a second Sunwalker, right? Because we've already got a Starfall and we've already got a lot of mid-game to trade. Let's make it work. Alright, look at that. Double legendary. We can do it. We can do it. I mean, one of them's the Vorax, but there's some happy interaction there. What if we get, here it is, here's how we win. We get the buff from Ysera, put it on the Vorax, it creates a plant that dies at the end of next turn. Wait, maybe there isn't any synergy between those guys.